And tell me about your relationship with working with Ian as well. Obviously, it's sort of
been
been and gone, been and gone,
It has been fun. Yes. I'd never worked with Ian before he came into the show, but I knew him. We knew each other socially, and it just sort of all kind of gelled. We had this great chemistry, I think, and it really worked.
Did he used to have it written into his contract that he had to write a show a week?
No, I think he had in his contract that he could write episodes, but he never wanted to write an episode that he was in. He didn't want to write for himself.
That makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, and I used to look forward to being in episodes that he'd written because he's a very good writer, and he writes good gags, you know.
So he wrote a lot for Prisoner several occasions.
He did. He was script editor at one stage, and he wrote a lot of scripts. I think he was co-producer for a while there.
That's incredible. Some of the other characters that I remember you working so well with, Craig McLaughlin, obviously, as Henry.
Yeah, well, he was. Henry was such a worry.
But my favourite, well, it's not my favourite ever episode, but one of my favourite episodes. Do you remember the naked Henry episode?
I wasn't there.
He got the towel caught in the door. That still lives with me to this day. I always, if I'm going out to the pool, I always make sure that the towel is firmly wrapped around me. Never ever in the door. You also had a little bit of a love affair with Lou.
Oh, well, it was quite a big love affair with Lou. That was after Harold was supposedly dead. And I had 3 months off after that. I came over here and I had a lovely flat at Docklands for that summer. And then I went back and shacked up with Lou.
And of course, Lou and Harold have always been rivals anyway. Lou and Harold have been rivals for your affection.
Yes.
Tom Oliver, that still plays Lou.
Yes.
He had obviously had a huge career beforehand. Is this true
he and I
about?
worked together in a play called Shifting Heart at the ABC back in the 60s. We played husband and wife in that. And it was a wonderful play by Richard Bateman, and they decided to televise it. And it was quite extraordinary because we actually worked very well together. But I was playing this fiery Italian girl who was pregnant. She was about to give birth. And it was a very dramatic thing where my brother had been stabbed, because it was all about Australian immigration, Italian immigration into Australia in the 50s. And there'd been a knife fight, my brother was dead, and I went into labour and was completely hysterical, and Tom had to hit me across the face. And the director, who must have been a very cruel man, took him aside and said, hit her harder, and eventually he nearly broke my jaw. I've never forgiven him, really.
Well, you can always get him back by just pointing to the photos of him with ABBA. Wasn't he ABBA's tour manager, or did he play ABBA's tour manager?
I don't know.
I think he was in the ABBA movie. I'm pretty sure somewhere that, and there might be a photo somewhere on set of him with ABBA.
Right.
You have to next time you pop up as a dream, you'll have to check that one out.
I don't think it's going to be a regular occurrence.
I'd quite like to see you back in there more regularly. Obviously, because Madge has died, those were pretty harrowing scenes, I guess, to film.
Yes, they were. Yeah, it was a whole day of them.
And you were just lying in that bed. I mean, to be lying in a bed, I can't do that all day. I mean, to do that with all the lights and everything on as well, that must have been pretty tough.
And it wasn't. It was fairly turgid the whole day.
Was it an emotional thing for you to be saying goodbye to her?
No, I'd gone through that in the rehearsals, but no, at that stage it was just concentrate on what you would be feeling if you are about to just say goodbye.